Hello, hello, and welcome to Talkin Tuesday. I'm here in the Posies Flower Truck with Jules herself. Welcome to the show.
Thank you for having me.
And it is so cool in here. I'll definitely have to do like a little video before I leave so you guys can see the inside of this truck because it's so cool. All right, so let's just go ahead and get it started. I want to hear a little bit about your background first. Like, what's kind of gotten you here?
What's gotten me here? So, my husband and I were actually traveling full time RV. We did that for about 5 to 6 years.
Oh, wow.
He flies for the airlines and he got stationed in Houston. And I decided I didn't want to live in Houston. So, when he told me we could live anywhere we wanted, I said, Anywhere? He said, Yeah. I said, How about everywhere? And when I said everywhere, he was like, What are you talking about? And I was like, Let's just get an RV and travel. And so we did. We took 3 teenagers on the road with dogs and started
Wow.
traveling the country.
That is so cool.
Right? It's a fun adventure, that's for sure.
I bet. Where have been like some of your favorite places to be?
I love the Pacific Northwest, but only in the summertime when it's not raining.
I can see that. I can see that.
So yeah, I mean, it's just beautiful up there. There's lots of flower fields and all of that kind of stuff. So it kind of fits right into my vibe.
I love that.
Yeah. So, and then my husband and I were actually traveling in Florida, and I came across Posies Flower Truck. I was driving down the highway, and I drove by the truck, and I thought, oh my God, that is the cutest thing I think I have ever seen. And I showed up at the St. Pete Pier where they were doing a private event, and I immediately went straight to her, and I was like, hello, my name's Julie. I do flowers. And she was like, hey, you want to go for a ride in my truck? I was like, mm-hmm. Yes, absolutely. So then she had me make some flower crowns for her. It took me for a ride and was like, yeah, I'm thinking about franchising. And I was like, really? And at that point, I told my husband, that's it. This is what I want to do. I want a flower truck.
That is so neat.
So, yeah.
So that's kind of how I would say like you got kind of involved with Posies is you just saw the truck.
Yeah, I just saw the truck and went straight up to her and I was like, I'm in love with this.
That is so neat. That
Right?
honestly reminds me of how my mom saw my name. She's like, it's just on a truck on my way to work.
Oh, really?
And she like, that's when I knew. I was like, all right. So similar stories there.
I like it. Very cool.
All right. So that's going to lead into my next question of what's your favorite thing about owning the truck?
My favorite thing about owning the truck is the people that I get to meet. And I am a type of, like, I was a nurse for 20 years.
Oh,
So
wow.
I very much am about caring for people and wanting to lift people's spirits and all of that kind of thing. I get that with the truck. Everybody that comes to this truck is smiling. Like, they're happy when they show up. They find self-care in the flowers and
yeah.
everything. So it just falls right into my self-love type thing.
Love that.
Yeah.
And I'm sure because you get around a lot of places within Sarasota. Because I know you used to do stuff at Pura Vida and you do the farmers markets. So you definitely get around within the area.
We're doing a lot of like gyms and yoga studios and coffee shops, and we've done so many different places.
That's
I love it.
amazing.
Flowers go with everything.
Oh yeah, my sister's obsessed. She
Yeah.
like every week I have to get my flowers.
I love your sister.
She's all right. She'll like that little shout in there.
Yeah, I'm sure she will.
So we're in Florida. You're going everywhere, and mostly you're outside because that's just kind of how a truck works. You're
Correct.
outside, and Florida has some brutal heat. It has lots of rain, and sometimes it has cold times. How do you kind of like adapt to the weather changes?
When it comes to the heat, we shift during the summer. I try to make sure I do most things pretty early in the morning and then later in the evening. We get a lot of the thunderstorms that happen midday, so I try to avoid that time and make sure that we're not popping up during that time. During the winter, the flowers love the cold. So as long as it's not below freezing, I will still go out with my truck and be just fine.
Oh, that is so cool.
So, but yeah, during the summer, we do alternate our hours just a little bit so that I'm not baking completely in the sun and killing the flowers. I mean, I did a video not too long ago where you could actually, after just a couple of hours, my flowers are like this. And I
Oh
was
yeah,
like,
I was just watching that video
oh,
yesterday.
yeah. So, we try to make concessions, and some places will let us come inside with a flower bar. So that's helpful too.
Yeah, I love on Fridays you're in May Read.
Yes.
And I always love, I'm always going to Bananas when she's in there.
We love her.
And so going to get my coffee, then seeing the flowers, I'm just like, oh my God, it's so nice.
It is perfect.
The perfect little vibes in there.
Right?
And then my last question, just doing some more research on posies and everything, and I was seeing online that like you can actually rent out the flower truck for weddings, parties, events. What have been some of like your most fun events you've been a part of, and what more can you tell us about renting out the truck?
So I would say one of my very, very favorite events is we do the Making Strides Breast Cancer Awareness Walk that they do every year. And we give away 400 roses, 400 pink roses. And I also make flower crowns, pink flower crowns for it to give away to the survivors and thrivers of breast cancer.
Oh, that's amazing.
And because of my nursing background, when I get to do things like that means the world to me. In fact, we're actually going to do another walk. I think it's in October. They are doing a pregnancy loss walk over at the Tom Bennett Park, and they've asked us to come out for that too. So when I get to do things like that means the world to me.
Oh, I love that.
Absolutely means the world to me. In fact, we're hoping to get started in doing some more local charitable things here too, like maybe hospice or some of the hospitals and stuff like that too.
That would be amazing.
So yeah.
I feel like that very much fits in with your like wanting to give back to the community and love being a part of like the community and everything. So
yeah,
I love hearing about that.
absolutely. And then yeah, we also do weddings. Like I've got a few weddings that are coming up in October. People rent the truck and we'll build a recipe, and their guests get to come and build a bouquet to take home with them, kind of thing.
That is
So
I saw that online yesterday and I was like, wait, that's actually such a cool idea, like a cool concept and everything. So
you can do it for anything too. We've actually done it for a celebration of life. They picked all of her favorite flowers. We put them on the truck, and everybody got to make a bouquet out of her favorite flowers.
That's beautiful.
So there's so much that you can do with this. I mean,
yeah.
The truck is an attraction all by itself, but the flowers just add something special.
That is so nice.
Yeah.
And that kind of wraps up my questions. Is there anything else about Posies or about yourself that you'd like to tell the viewers?
No, just come visit me and get flowers.
Yes. Literally, she's the nicest person. And I'm not just saying that because I'm next to her. Like, truly just one of the nicest.
Aww.
Even if I'm not with my sister at the farmer's market, like, I make sure to stop by and say hi. Like, just so great. And yeah, love seeing her around.
Oh, Bronson's the best.
Well, thank you so much for watching and tuning in. And we'll see you guys next week. Toodles, everyone.
Bye.
And thank you for joining me today.
Oh, thank you for having me.
Of course. Bye, everyone.
Bye.